New tonight, Tehama County Supervisors voted to adopt new codes of conduct today after a grand jury report released earlier this year. Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe shows us the final vote and why some board members voted against the changes.
The Tehama County Board of Supervisors passed 2 new codes of conduct, one pertaining to the board themselves and the other for the public during public comment. But it wasn't unanimous.
What's wrong with the state now?
Supervisor Walker? Yes. Supervisor Nolan?
No. The grand jury report recommended that the board adopt 2 new codes of conduct. First was the Supervisors' Code of Conduct, which one rule focused on how board members must carry out business in an orderly manner, and all individual members must respect the board as a whole. It passed 3-2, with Supervisors Patty Nolan and Rob Burrows voting against it.
I think that we're professionals in what we do as being voted on by the people. People brought us on board through their vote because they believed that we were a good representation. And I believe we need to use our own common sense when it comes to being able to step forward and be professional in that manner. And I don't think that we need to be told what to do when it comes to doing the right thing.
With Supervisors Matt Hansen, Greg Jones, and Tom Walker voting in favor, noting that both codes could help set a standard of respect and guidelines and bring decorum within the chambers.
Liberty and free speech.
However, the code of conduct regarding public comment was a hot topic, with people worried that this code would infringe on their free speech.
I don't believe that they should be stifling public comment. I don't believe we should have to pre-register, and I don't believe we should have to make any promises about who or what we're going to talk about. When I come to this board and I criticize performance, I'm criticizing the work product, and I'm doing it from a position of having been held to a higher standard myself.
The board decided to scratch 2 rules from that code that may have been seen as confusing to people on what could be discussed or seen as infringing on public comment. And the code still passed 3-2, with Nolan and Burrows voting no again.
But everybody to have free speech unilaterally. And when we start limiting it by calling cards or other ways of limiting it to me, it is very concerning. And again, one of the problems we had was those people that call in. How are they supposed to have an avenue? So those issues alone made me say no.
County officials say the new codes of conduct should be posted within the chambers and online within the next 2 weeks. Reporting in Red Bluff, I'm Margot Rowe for Action News Now.
The 2 rules that were removed from the public code of conduct had to do with pre-registering a comment before meetings, which was seen as a challenge for people who call in, and the rule to critique an idea, not an individual, was also removed.